Hey, good evening, good afternoon, good night, good morning, wherever you are, whoever you are. This is the pit stop. It's Wednesday. You made it. We made it. You, me, he, she, we, they. We all made it. Much love, peace, and joy to you. And again, this is the pit stop with yours truly, the Grand Queen, coming at you. It's been an amazing week. So far, so good, as Ari would say. um, my youngest would say, so far, so good. And I hope it's so far, so good with you too. And again, welcome to the pit stop. Just a little pit stop before, you know how you do that little bathroom run before you go to bed, or you do a book run before you go to bed, a video run before you go to bed, a little music run before you go to bed. Some people pray, some people just empty their brain, just to regroup before they go to bed. So, yeah, here we are, just regrouping so we can manage the next day, even hopefully manage the night. Day and night is different. And speaking of day and night, just want to come at you tonight about DST, daylight saving time. Daylight savings time. Some people hate it, some people love it. I don't know. What do you say? So, tonight we're talking about daylight savings time, the impact on mental health, PST. Maybe some people suffer, I don't know, PTSD. It's a sleep interruption in my mind. And for many, it's a sleep interruption. So, tonight we're just going to do a little mind check, and we're going to hit pause on the chaos of life. That's why we're here together at the pit stop. So, press pause on your life for a second. Press pause on the next day's event for a second. Sorry. Press pause, period. Take a little break for yourself, for your own well being. Take a break with me. Yours truly, the Grand Queen. Just pausing, from all the chaos of life and putting our mental health in the forefront, centering. It is the most important thing. It is one of the most important things in your life, and it should be a priority in your life, right? So I'm here to encourage you to make your mental health a priority, a mind check, a heart check, just like you take care of your body. Please, you cannot leave that out. You cannot leave out your mental well-being, your mental health. It's about your wholeness. It's about your whole person. So hey, we're here tonight talking about little simple things, such as we're talking about something that seems to be so simple, yet it's just it sneaks around every corner of our lives. DST, daylight savings time, right? Did you know the clock changes differently? Did you know that the clock changes differently? It impacts your well-being. It impacts your well-being. You, me, she, he, they, us. It impacts all of us. It affects all of us, our well-being, and it depends on where you live. You could live in Cali. You could live again in California. You could live in Arizona. I'm just speaking of places that have different time changes. New York, Texas. You name it. The top of the world, Alaska. um, it affects your equilibrium. It affects some of the things and how you live and things like that. So tonight, let's unpack some DST flips. Let's unpack some DST and flip the script on our sleep safety. Oh, anybody who has, is there anybody who has little sleep difficulty? I don't know. My parents used to say that you need a little hot toddy, whatever. Some people would drink warm milk, or for people who are lactose intolerant, that's a no-no. Um, I don't know. Some people take a little sip of wine before they sleep because they're having challenges, difficulties, maybe sleep apnea. Some people I call them super snorers, because of maybe thyroid problems or adenoid problems. Respiratory is what I'm saying, problems. But hey, let's flip the script on our sleep safety and even our wallets, because it costs money to have a good night's sleep. It costs money to be able to rest, because we're talking about a good bed. Maybe your bed needs to change. Your environment. Maybe maybe it has to do with where your bed is also placed in your room. Maybe your room, wherever your bed is, needs to be soundproof, and maybe you just need to just change places. Maybe you need to just have a little lounge chair or something in another part of the house, in I don't know, in your den, or just create a little happy space where you can just rest outside of your bedroom. It's okay to find little happy spots, little sweet spots of comfort. I'm just saying. And we're talking about your well-being, safety, and even your wallets. So hey, stick around, stick with us, walk with me at the pit stop. This is your time. So check it out. The silent sleep thief. Ooh, the silent sleep thief. If somebody can really just give us a heads up on your experience of sleep and what the term the silent sleep thief means to you. Somebody please go to YouTube at JTire one at JTire Form One. Go to YouTube at JTire Form One, and just share your experience as to what the sleep thief means to you. What does that term mean to you? A whole bunch of stuff comes to mind. Uh, Maybe some people actually suffer something that sneaks up on them, some type of anxiety or something like that, or they're having sleep apnea is a problem, or snoring wakes them up. What does the silent sleep thief mean to you? Please go to JTire Form 1 at YouTube and share in the chat what it means to you. Also, you can go to Just Stop It, MS, M is in mom, S as in Sam, Just Stop It, MS.com, and also share your thoughts and your experience on the silent sleep thief. I want to know about your experience, because many of us, when it comes to your feelings, this is a safe place to express and interpret those feelings uh, with your experiences. Sometimes we don't know, well, we know what we feel, but it's your experiences that helps to interpret what you're feeling. So this is what we're here for: safe space, safe time, safe space, and keeping the open space for you to be able to share. And we hope that we share valid. We hope that Just Stop It shares valid information with you, stuff that can enhance your life and engage you to be the phenomenal you. So yeah, let's talk sleep. Some people say, "Oh, it's only an hour. How bad could it be?" Right? But science has news for us. Losing or gaining an hour. We're talking about DST, daylight savings time, people. Right? We're talking about daylight savings time. And for some people, an hour can be a huge difference. It could be, I don't know, for some people an hour can mess them up. An hour taken away from their sleep or an hour added on. I don't know. But please share your experience with the silent sleep thief, daylight savings time. So yeah, losing or gaining an hour can seriously interrupt your it can interrupt not just your sleep, but your internal clock, um, and what the experts call your cardian rhythm, the way that your pattern, your sleep pattern, technically speaking. For us rural people versus city, I was city a few months ago. Now I'm rural. Um, Rural people might brush this off because they often work with the sunrise and sunset anyway. In other words, they rise early and they finish early. By the time the sun sets, listen, they're done for the day. So it's a whole other story. Rural versus city. It's a whole nother vibe. I'm just saying. Because now you're thinking about long commutes, artificial lighting, tight schedules means that DST hits city dwellers where it hurts. Listen to those variables. Long commutes, artificial lighting, and tight schedules. What does it mean? City city dwellers, their experience is way different, and it may hurt their energy and mood. That part. And then you've got some places where people don't ever go to bed. But I hope that's not you. You've got to rest, not just going to bed. You've got to rest, not just sleep. You've got to rest. So it's a whole nother vibe of energy and mood in the city. Sleep deprivation doesn't just make you cranky. Maybe even the children. Now, this is for everybody. Adults and children alike. Because just think, if we suffer as an adult, we suffer sleep deprivation. How does it affect the children? How does it affect young people? How does it affect, and it depends on the situation. It's linked to anxiety. When you're feeling anxious, why are you feeling anxious? Your sleep pattern, your cardian rhythm, if I'm saying it correct, but I'm just going to use the layman's terms. Your sleep pattern is linked to a poor sleep pattern, is linked to anxiety, depression, and even increased risk of heart disease. If your sleep pattern is interrupted because of pain issues, if you're suffering uh, nerve pain in your bodies, if you're suffering uh, migraine headaches, oh God, that is another story in itself. I mean, that migraine feels like a hot belt. Like somebody just wrapped a hot belt around your head and they just took it and shoop, squeezed it around your head. That migraine is wicked, and you definitely need medical attention for that. And speaking of that, just want to share a friendly reminder. The information in my videos are not intended nor implied to be a substitute for any professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. All content, including text, graphics, images, and information contained in my videos, is for informational purposes only and does not and cannot ever replace a consultation with your medical professional. Not ever. Not ever. And that medical professional could be a psychiatrist, it could be a psychologist, psychotherapy, it could be physical therapy, it could be your primary doctor. You understand? It could be a number of medical professionals. It cannot replace it. It must work together to bring balance, to restore balance to you, right? And this is what we're hoping for you, right? So here we are, on a light vibe on this Wednesday night. Just want to just check in with you. I'm checking in with you. You're not just checking in with me. I'm checking in with you too. Um, just because I'm concerned about the sleep pattern. I thought about it. I was like, hey, you know, like with this daylight savings time, who is it actually affecting? Is it more city dwellers or rural or country dwellers? So here we are. Please share your experience on the silent thief. So again, remember what it's linked to. Crankiness, not just crankiness, anxiety, depression, and even increased risk of heart disease. You don't need that. You don't need that aside from those long commutes that you're taking to work or wherever you're going, and artificial lighting and tight schedules. You need to be able to get some sunlight. You need to be able to take a walk, take a drive, or something to catch some sunlight. Right? You need to be able to feel the breeze and some grass under your feet, not just the concrete. Right? So here we are. So now I spoke about the money. Right? I spoke with you earlier about the you know how it affects your sleep, safety, and your wallet. Now I just talked about how it affects your sleep. Now I want to talk about how it affects your wallet, the money part, right? So technically, DST saves time. It's actually originally marketed to save energy. Can you believe that? It was really marketed to save for us to save energy, but does it really work in rural areas? Does it really work? I hear somebody saying, could be. Please share your experience at YouTube at JTire Form 1 at YouTube and just stop it ms.com